That doesn't look good. Okay, so we're back to this. It's March 17th. It is wet. It is rainy. I do have a dentist appointment to go to in another part of the town. So I'm heading over to Midford. I'm going to go see a specialist about getting a bridge built here to help alleviate with the pain in my tooth. So, not sure which videos you guys prefer, the daily vlog thing or me sitting ranting and raving about the collapse of our government. Let me know in the comments down below which one you'd prefer. I think most people would prefer these ones because we don't really want to think about how terrible the government is doing, especially now that we have a dictator in charge. Okay, I'm in the car, time to head over to the dentist. I did have one lady comment that I shouldn't be talking while I'm driving, and do I agree with it? Not 100% sure. It's like I don't actually look at the camera when I'm driving, and usually when I am talking, it's either because I'm at a traffic light and then I hit the recording and then I continue on and I talk, and then when I get to my next stop I hit stop. So it's never like I'm not reaching around trying to do stuff whenever I'm driving, and my head's on a swivel. And you have to remember, we're in the city. We're in the city confines. It's 20 miles per hour is the city speed limit here. So you're not really driving that fast or reckless or anything like that. But I will try to only talk to the camera when I am parked or when I'm at a traffic light or something like that. So I apologize, and I know that multitasking is no such thing. You can only focus on one thing at once, but you can definitely talk and drive at the same time. I mean, people have passengers in the car all day. People Uber and talk and whatever, and so it's like, as long as I'm not just sitting here trying to focus at the camera, I think it should be okay. But everybody's entitled to their opinion, and my opinion is I'm very, very safe, and I've been driving for 40 years. Yeah, something, yeah, close to that, 38 years or something like that I think I've been driving for. So hopefully it doesn't upset too many people. Back at the other dentist now, and just noticed that there's a lot of decay in one of my teeth, and that seems to be the biggest problem. Maybe I don't need a bridge. That's my tooth. That doesn't look good. Back in the car now, just about to drive back to the house. It is a bridge too far. They're going to, that was basically a consultation, so I have to get that crown done, and I've got to get the bridge done, which is like 3 teeth, and I got to go back on Thursday and get that process started. So he says Thursday they'll fit a temporary one, do all the measurements, everything else, blah 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 blah, and then I come back about 5 or 6 days later whenever the new one's done and get it fitted. So it's, in the meantime, I've got to deal with this like until Thursday. It's Monday, so I got a couple of days still left to deal with this bad tooth that hurts. Doesn't hurt all the time. Hot or cold is when it hurts. So hopefully I can suffer the pain and then just get it fixed on Thursday. And now we're stuck in traffic. It is bumper to bumper here on 93 South on the way back from the dentist. This says there's going to be a 16-minute delay on this bridge. That's a wonderful, wonderful delay. And the bridge is all going booga, 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 as all the big trucks go by. So I'm going to be sitting here for 16 minutes. It is Tuesday, the day after yesterday, and the day after the dentist, and I am on my way down to the gun range. I'm going to have to do a test to get my credentials to become a gun instructor with the Liberal Gun Club. So part of the application process is for me to actually be able to shoot. And I got to go down there and shoot 10 rounds of ammunition into a 6-inch target, and at least 8 of them must go in. It's not that difficult of a task, as this is what I've done for years. But who knows? You know, whenever you put a camera on and you're doing an exam, everything goes out the window. So hopefully that won't happen.
Shots are in the bottom. Now, 2 things. Don't look at the paper so the front sight doesn't raise up, and don't anticipate the recoil. A lot of people tend to do this because their mind is telling them the gun's gonna go off. And the first thing they do is flinch the gun down. This doesn't help. It doesn't help. Okay, just keep these 2 aligned. Don't.
Não, é impossível. Por acaso comecei no corpo de tirar fotografia aqui das armas. Mas ele está a pô-las ali. Is it possible that in the end, is it okay to take a picture?
Give you like 1 or 2 dollars.
I just want to take pictures so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I yeah. Depends on the cake. No problem. Right here. Cock. Finger out. Cock. Trigger. Finger. And like this, yeah. So top of this sight is right even. So with this, you'll get 6. That's why they call it a 6 shooter.
Makes sense.
I think it's good.
Shoulder width apart.
I'm actually doing an exam.
Right.
That's the qualification done. I'm heading back to my house. If this guy doesn't swipe off my mirror, yeah, he's good. Okay, so qualification done. That was actually a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. I haven't shot long distance like that for a while, but I passed and I got signed off by another instructor, so I'm good to go. Just met a whole bunch of Irish people in there that had come over for the Patrick's Day weekend. So this is the face of someone who is upset because they decided to go home at the very worst possible time. Traffic is a nightmare. I have been stuck on this road for 12 minutes. I've got probably about 300 feet. But my choice, I guess. I should have not left at 4:30 in the afternoon to go home. I should have just hung around for another hour. We moved 15 feet. Yay! Okay, so let's try this setup for tonight. I'm not exactly sure if I like it or don't like it, but we'll try it anyway and we'll see. What I'm not liking is the cricking and creaking of this table. But anyway, back at the house, did the gun test. Looks like I passed with flying colors or whatever colors you want to fly with. And hopefully they'll accept that. And then I just got to do another little thing where I do a teaching portion and I will hopefully hear back from them and get my qualifications. But on that note, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about now that I'm back in the house? There's a few things that I have been reading about today that I thought were a little bit funny, a little bit sad. One of them being the fact that Doge, they allegedly froze the spending for the TSA dogs, so they didn't want anybody feeding the dogs in the kennels anymore. And of course, I went on to Snopes to try to figure out if this is true or what's not true. And what Snopes has said is that it's a bit of both. There's a mixture to it. TSA's spokesperson said that the canine operations have not been adversely affected by this effort, but they did not explain how the dog care was currently being funded. They also did not directly confirm or deny Doge's involvement. March 13th, a Fox News reporter, Jennifer Griffin, she posted that, so it was a Fox News reporter that did this, one of their own, as you say, the propagandist media. So basically what she said was that an internal Transportation Security Administration email informing employees that the Department of Government Efficiency, US President Donald Trump's cost-cutting initiative, had frozen all payments. Requests associated with care and feeding of the dogs in the TSA's bomb-sniffing units. So I'll put up a clip here, there, somewhere, whatever, of what she wrote. But that's her, Jennifer Griffin was her name. That's what she wrote. But I'll put it up in there, so that's that. And anybody out there knows me and my dogs. I take my doggy stuff really seriously. I own a doggy daycare. I love my dogs. I was a dog trainer. I've done all the dog stuff. I own 2 retail stores with pet supply products or dog food, cat food, all that kind of thing. So if they're going to be, I'm sure there'll be no harm done because they will come to their senses, you would hope. But this is the kind of shit that goes on when Doge doesn't know what the hell they're doing, and you have some moron like Elon Musk trying to do things whenever he hasn't got a clue what he's actually doing. Another thing was, I'm happy to report that Joe Rogan, I don't know if you've ever watched the Joe Rogan podcast, but I did. I watched Joe Rogan up until about a year and a half, 2 years ago maybe. I used to actually like him. There was a few of them I used to like. Russell Brand, whenever Russell Brand first started out, I actually really liked his podcast. But I don't know what happened to them. Those two both, they got corrupt and conspiracy theories abounded, and they weren't talking. I don't know who was advising them or what was happening. Obviously, their ratings grew. Obviously, everything went great for them for a while. But they disgusted me after a while, especially that Russell Brand, because I remember him from way back whenever I was living in Ireland and everything else. I always thought he was the edgy, cool guy. And when he started doing his podcast, I was like, oh, cool. Somebody that I can actually relate to doing the podcast. But no, after a while, it got crazy conspiracy theorist, and I just couldn't watch it anymore. And I was like, he went totally MAGA, as did Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan went from being quite intelligent, interviewing lots of intelligent people, to basically having the Joe Rogan podcast is technically for Elon Musk now. He's on it once a month. So I think it's just part of the propaganda machine again. And thank God he got knocked off resoundingly. The Midas Touch podcast, I'm getting close there. I'm almost up there. You know, I have 11,000 subscribers. They have a few million more than me. But the Midas Touch, I watch them almost every day. I try to catch bits and pieces of them on YouTube. Those brothers are awesome, and they've come on leaps and bounds, and hopefully they do not get corrupted and do not start doing MAGA stuff, because that would be crazy. Oh, the other Egypt, Charlie Kirk, yeah, he's another one who, you know, he's a gay guy and everything else, and I don't understand these people that want to sort of self-mutilate. You're a gay guy, Trump's against you, why do you do anything for him? It just blows my mind. Oh yeah, talking about gay guys, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. I don't know if you know anything about his history, but here's a picture of him. Yeah, Mike Johnson is obviously one of the biggest closeted gays out there, especially with him, and he's been running anti-gay conversion therapy programs forever and ever and ever. So anyway, I just wanted to just say Mike Johnson's gay. What else? What else went on today? I don't know. I was out and about shooting things. So I think that's all I wanted to touch base on today. Let me see what Deep Think has to say. Oh yeah, as of February 2025, Joe Rogan's podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, has dropped from the top spot on Spotify's podcast charts, overtaken by the Midas Touch podcast. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Joe Rogan is no longer king of the podcasts. That's all there is for tonight. What do you think of this setup? Do I continue with this setup? Do I do something different? I really need to build myself like a proper studio. This is my work office in my house. I don't like it. It's not conducive to me. I would like to have something a little bit different. But you let me know. If you say it's okay, I'll use it for another few weeks or whatever. If you say you don't like it, then I'll change it. Don't even know where I'm positioned on the camera, to be honest with you. There's nothing for me to see here. I'm just looking straight into the lens, and I don't know if anybody can see me, hear me, or whatever. I don't even know if it's still recording. Good night.
Life is a winding road,